In 2025, the global macroeconomic environment remains, well, dynamic, uncertain, and increasingly shaped by rapid technological changes and shifting consumer behavior. Geopolitical tensions, particularly between the United States and China, inflationary pressures, and evolving market structures continue to influence national and international economic performance. Across the world, spending and consumption trends are, undergoing a fundamental transformation. Consumers, especially younger generations, are embracing fast, flexible, and tech-driven lifestyles. This shift is seen in the rise of buy now, pay later platforms and digital consumption models. However, these trends have contributed to a rising debt burden, particularly among youths. In Malaysia, the situation is especially concerning. From 2020 to 2025, over 5,272 Malaysian youths under 34 were declared bankrupt, with 877 cases reported in 2024 alone, a significant increase compared to the previous year. The main drivers include personal loans, lifestyle spending, and financial habits influenced by social media and peer pressure. This trend reflects psychological and behavioral economics at play, where the fear of missing out and you only live once mindsets drive unsustainable consumption. Two macroeconomic theories help us understand this phenomenon. First, the life cycle income hypothesis suggests individuals plan consumption based on expected lifetime income. However, young Malaysians appear to overspend early, disregarding future income constraints. Second, the relative income hypothesis explains how individuals compare themselves to others, leading to competitive consumption behavior, often fueled by online lifestyles and unrealistic social standards. Turning to China and the global tech market, innovation is a powerful economic driver. In the first quarter of 2025, global smartphone shipments rose by 1.5% year-on-year, led by companies like Samsung, Apple, Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo. Chinese brands are not just catching up, they are innovating rapidly. Smartphones today are more than communication tools. They are platforms for commerce, education, and entertainment. This aligns with the real business cycle, or RBC model, which highlights how technological innovation boosts productivity, drives investment, and influences both aggregate demand and supply. At the firm level, we observe how AirAsia, Southeast Asia's low-cost aviation leader, and Sheji, China's fast-growing tea beverage chain, have expanded despite economic turbulence. AirAsia continues to dominate low-cost air travel, while Sheji has opened over 6,400 outlets across Asia, promoting tea culture through digitalization. Both firms demonstrate price rigidity, maintaining consistent pricing despite shifts in demand and cost, a hallmark feature of the new Keynesian economics model. Their pricing power is also linked to their market structure. Oligopolistic characteristics allow limited competition and greater price control. In this video, our goal is to explore three key macroeconomic themes. First, rising youth debt and financial vulnerability in Malaysia. Second, the technological revolution and its macroeconomic implications. And third, the influence of price rigidity and market structure on firm behavior in the real economy. Using real-world data and grounded in macroeconomic theory, this video aims to provide a deeper understanding of how economies evolve and what lessons can be drawn to ensure more sustainable, inclusive growth for the future.
5,272 Malaysian youths under the age of 34 were declared bankrupt, with a significant 98.4%, 5,189 cases occurring among those aged 25 to 34. The year 2024 alone saw 877 youth bankruptcy cases, marking an increase of 150 cases compared to 2023. According to Malaysia's Insolvency Department, the leading cause was personal loans, which made up 46.4% of all bankruptcy cases in 2024. Insolvency Department of Malaysia 2025. This disturbing trend reflects deeper issues in youth consumption and borrowing behavior. Experts link this to the fear of missing out, FOMO, and you only live once, YOLO mindsets, where young individuals spend excessively to keep up with peers in terms of lifestyle, gadgets, and fashion outfit. through unsecured borrowing and BNPL. Buy now pay later schemes, these platforms, increasingly popular in Malaysia and Southeast Asia, promote instant gratification without full awareness of long-term financial consequences. The Star 2024, Bank Negara Malaysia 2023. To explain this trend, 2 economic theories are relevant. The life cycle income hypothesis, LCIH, proposed by Modigliani and Brumberg, 1954, suggests individuals plan their consumption based on expected lifetime income, not current earnings. Youths borrow today, expecting to earn more tomorrow. However, when those income expectations aren't met due to unemployment, underemployment, or economic volatility, they become over-leveraged, increasing their bankruptcy risk. The relative income hypothesis, introduced by Dusenberry in 1949, proposes that individuals measure their well-being and success by comparing themselves to others. In Malaysia's digital age, social media amplifies these comparisons. When youths see their peers enjoying luxurious lifestyles, they feel pressured to match them often through unsustainable debt. In essence, Malaysian youth are caught in a toxic mix of social pressure, easy access to credit, and unrealistic income expectations, all of which are driving up bankruptcy cases. This underscores the urgent need for nationwide financial literacy programs and tighter regulation of personal lending and BNPL platforms.
In 2025, the global economy faces geopolitical tensions and trade uncertainties. Yet technology remains a driving force. The smartphone industry, a cornerstone of modern communication, reflects this resilience. Despite threats like rising U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods, global smartphone shipments grew by 1.5% in Q1 2025, reaching 304.9 million units. This video explores how this sector shapes macroeconomic dynamics, boosting demand, supply chains, and innovation while navigating competitive and policy challenges. Let's dive into the data and theories behind these trends. Samsung reclaimed its lead, but Apple and Chinese brands like Xiaomi showcase fierce competition. This oligopolistic market where a few firms dominate demonstrates price rigidity and innovation races. Tariffs could disrupt supply chains, yet demand remains stable, underscoring smartphones' inelastic role in modern life. Smartphones amplify, aggregate, demand consumer spending and supply tech R&D. For instance, Xiaomi's growth boosts China's exports, while Apple's ecosystem supports U.S. services. However, protectionism risks stagflation, higher prices, tariffs, plus slowed trade IDC. 2025. In summary, smartphones exemplify how technology fuels growth amid volatility. To sustain this, 1. Diversify supply chains. Brands like Oppo, Vivo should reduce tariff risks via regional hubs, e.g., Southeast Asia. 2. Boost R&D. Governments must incentivize 5G innovation to maintain competitive edges. 3. Policy coordination. Address trade wars through multilateral agreements to stabilize markets.
Good morning, everyone. Have you ever wondered why the price of your flight on Air Asia or your favorite CHAGEE milk tea doesn't change every single day, even when the economy seems to be on a roller coaster? Today, we're going to explore this phenomenon, known as price rigidity, through the lens of these two fascinating and very different business empires. First, let's look at how they got here. Air Asia completely changed the game with a simple, powerful idea. Everyone can fly. They built a massive network by operating with incredible efficiency, allowing them to offer low-cost tickets and become a leader in the airline industry. On the other hand, we have CHAGEE. Their concept, Chaiji Together, cleverly blends modern tea culture with traditional Chinese elements. By expanding rapidly and mastering their supply chain, they've quickly risen to the top of a very competitive market. So, we have a low-cost airline and a premium tea brand. What makes them unique? AirAsia's genius lies in its efficiency. By using a single type of aircraft, they simplify maintenance and training. This, combined with a high passenger load factor, allows them to slash costs and pass those savings on to us. CHAGE's uniqueness comes from its product and branding. They've automated the tea-making process to ensure every cup tastes just right and have positioned themselves in the mid to high-end market by creating a brand rich with cultural and social appeal. Now for the key question: why are their prices so stable? This is where a theory called New Keynesianism comes in. First, we have menu costs. It's not just about printing new menus. For AirAsia, changing prices across countless booking platforms requires updating systems and significant technical effort. For CHAGE, with over 6,000 stores, the cost of reprinting menus, logistics, and retraining staff is immense. The high cost of making a change means they'd rather not do it unless absolutely necessary. Second, there's the implicit contract with customers. We have come to expect low prices from AirAsia and a certain premium quality for the price from CHAGE. A sudden price hike from AirAsia would send travelers straight to their competitors. If CHAGE raised its prices or cut quality, it would betray customer trust. So, they prefer to innovate with new products or services rather than risk alienating their loyal customer base. This leads to the kink demand curve. For AirAsia, raising prices means losing customers, but lowering them could trigger a price war without guaranteeing more passengers. For CHAGE, the market is crowded. Adjusting prices could either damage their premium brand or drive customers away. In both cases, the safest bet is to keep prices stable and compete in other ways. Finally, both companies use cost-plus pricing. They set their prices based on their costs plus a desired profit margin. Their main focus is on controlling those costs. When fuel prices go up, AirAsia doesn't immediately raise ticket prices. Instead, they optimize flight schedules. When raw material costs rise for CHAGE, they look for efficiencies in their supply chain. This focus on cost control allows them to keep prices stable, which builds trust and strengthens their market position. So, the next time you book a cheap flight or sip on your favorite milk tea, you'll know that the stable price you're paying isn't an accident. It's a carefully calculated decision shaped by menu costs, customer expectations, competitive pressures, and a relentless focus on efficiency. Thank you.
In 2025, the world stands at a crossroads, facing rapid change, but also new possibilities. This is not a time for fear, but for hope and bold ideas. The future is built together, not alone. The partnership between Malaysia and China proves that cooperation creates stability, prosperity, and sustainability. Old ways of thinking no longer work. Global connections are complex, and every nation must find its own path, without walking it alone. True strength comes from partnership, recognizing that our economies and futures are linked. Malaysia and China, with deep historical ties, can lead by example, showing what modern cooperation looks like. The big questions: how to grow economies sustainably, how to ensure technology benefits all, require courage and creativity. The story of Malaysia and China is about the human spirit, building a better world even when the path is tough. By focusing on shared goals and mutual respect, we can turn uncertainty into progress. The vision for 2025 is not just to survive change, but to thrive, building economies that are strong, fair, and green. This is the promise of a new dawn, one we can welcome together. Let's move forward with confidence and shared purpose.
The global order is shifting. Countries are turning inward, prioritizing security and reliable partnerships over open globalization.
This deglobalization means trade is about trust, not just price.
For Malaysia, this is both a challenge and an opportunity to build strong alliances and ensure economic stability.
Meanwhile, China is transforming. focusing on its domestic market and investing in technology, AI, and green energy.
China's dual circulation strategy is changing its global role, and partners must adapt.
Malaysia is embracing a green and digital economy, aiming for sustainable growth and high-quality jobs.
The goal: attract investment in clean energy, smart agriculture, and digital services.
Economic growth must not come at the expense of the environment.
Behind these shifts are key economic ideas: stimulus for growth, interest rates to fight inflation, and supply-side investments in education and technology.
Long-term success means boosting productivity and innovation.
Malaysia, China, and the world are making choices today to build a more stable, resilient future.
Understanding these strategies helps us see the logic behind their actions.
The path forward is about adaptation, innovation, and partnership.
To solve global challenges, we need bold, creative solutions. Imagine a global green investment fund, nations pooling resources to invest in clean energy and sustainable infrastructure worldwide.
This builds trust and ensures the green transition is a shared journey.
For Malaysia, smart green cities, urban centers powered by renewables and digital innovation can lead the way.
These cities create high-value jobs and set a model for sustainable living.
China can redefine its digital Silk Road, focusing on digital health, online education, and sustainable agriculture for developing nations.
A humane digital Silk Road uses technology to improve lives and protect the planet.
These solutions, global green funds, smart cities, and people-centered digital networks, require collaboration across borders.
They put people and the planet at the heart of economic strategy.
This is a shift from competition to cooperation.
By pursuing these ideas, we lay the foundation for a resilient, prosperous global community.
The road ahead is complex, but retreating behind borders is not the answer. Malaysia and China's partnership shows that strength lies in unity and shared goals. In our interconnected world, unity is a necessity. Innovation is more than new technology. It's about solving problems for people and planet. True progress means building societies where technology serves humanity. Creative solutions like global green funds and people-centered digital networks are examples of deeper innovation. This journey requires leadership, long-term thinking, and sustainable business practices. Citizens must stay informed and demand a just, secure future. No single group can solve these challenges alone. Collaboration is key. History shows we overcome challenges through ingenuity and cooperation. The complexities of 2025 are a call to action, not despair. By embracing new ideas and genuine partnerships, Malaysia, China, and the world can build a resilient, shared future.